Curious to see the results here. Anyway, oh, well, even with the melting and everything, wow, this is the biggest failure of them all. I gotta say, I am pretty surprised by some of these results here. I really expected the PL and the No More Nails to perform better, and I was really expecting the Gorilla Glue and those other two to kind of all perform the same, but they didn't. The PL and the No More Nails I would consider a failure, but the Gorilla Glue totally worked. The PVA-based glues, I wasn't surprised that they failed. I was a little surprised that the Carpenter glue was actually the worst of the bunch, but I was expecting those ones to fail. The Super 77 was really the one that surprised me because it was an absolute success and it didn't melt the foam. I'm kind of blown away by this one here. I've used it for many things in the past, but didn't think it would be so good in this application. So what is my final verdict? I think there's three options here, each with pros and cons. The Gorilla Glue was easy to use, easy to apply, didn't really smell bad, and it cut really well. I think it probably takes the longest to dry out of the bunch, but that's okay because it still holds it really, really strongly. The Great Stuff Expanding Foam, this may be the strongest of all the bonds, and it creates an adhesive layer that is essentially just more foam. The downside to it is that it's pretty messy to work with. You can sometimes ruin a bottle if you don't use all of it. It's hard to reuse it later, and it really needs to be clamped together to make sure it doesn't expand and shift. That being said, if you have a lot of pieces to do or big areas, and you're gonna use up a whole can, this would be a great option. You just need to make sure you clamp it down. There is another version of this foam. It's the blue can. It's meant for doors and windows, and that stuff doesn't expand as much. It's intentionally designed so you can put it in door and window jambs without it causing the frames to bend as it expands. So that one might actually work a little bit better than this one, but the reason I chose this one is that this one is useful in other crafting applications. You can actually just spray out big mounds of this and make hills and cut it up because it dries hard, whereas the door and window stuff is always very soft and squishy, and you'll have more limited use out of it. And the Super 77, man, if you need to glue two pieces of foam together and then immediately keep working on them without any waiting for dry time, this is your guy. This glue killed it. I can't believe it. It's awesome. The downside to it, that this stuff smells awful. It's not something you want to be using indoors all the time, so you want to do it outside, which could be a big inconvenience. But if you have ventilation, or you live somewhere where you're not worried about it being winter all the time, this is awesome, especially if you're in a hurry. These are the best three glues for gluing big pieces of foam together, or at least the best out of the 10 I tested. There's more on the market. Check it out. I will put links in the video description to these three products. Hopefully they're all available on Amazon. I didn't check yet. I'll put links to them if you want to pick some up for yourself, but I believe these are going to be all pretty easy to find at your local hardware store, big box store. But if you want to buy some through those affiliate links, it really helps the channel out and helps fund videos like this one. If you enjoyed this video, you found it useful, hit the like button, let me know in the comment section below. If you have another glue that you know is fantastic that I didn't test here, let me know because I would love to hear about it. And if I get enough of them, I might do another round of testing. If you really enjoy these videos and you want to help me keep making them every week, the best way you can do that is by supporting Blackmagic Craft on Patreon. It's through the support of the people there that I'm able to dedicate all this time and effort into doing these videos, buying a bunch of glue just to test them. It really goes a long way. But maybe you don't want to sign up for something like that and you just want to help me out once and get something for yourself. Well, did you know I got lots of t-shirts and hoodies and cool merch available? It's always available via Teespring on my website. There's a merchandise tab. You can click on it. You can grab something, help me out in the process. I'll put a link in the pinned comment below to make it easier to find, just in case you don't feel like navigating the website. That's it for this week, guys. I really hope